Hello, everyone. Good morning or afternoon. Happy Thursday, and welcome to another episode of Creator Insights Live. Today, we've got a lot of really fun Amazon updates to chat about. I sent out an email this morning, so if you're on my email list, hopefully you all are. We've got some new and exciting things that Amazon is throwing at us. I know, yes, lots of new and exciting things going on, says Karen. That is exactly right. We're going to talk all about it. I had, all these other things to talk to you guys about, like how to earn more with your content. And, maybe we'll get there. But we definitely need to talk about the new stuff that is going on. That is the purpose of these live streams. And so let me go ahead and say hello to everyone. And then I want to dive into some of the new changes. There's been quite a few new changes that have been going on this week. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be getting your insights and feedback. And of course, if you have any questions, you're welcome to throw them in the chat and I'll answer as many as I possibly can over the next hour. So let's see who we have here. We've got Christina. Good morning. Pioneer Smokehouse's channel is here. Good morning. Bob is here. Good morning. Deb is here. Good morning. Amy Jones. Good morning. Karen and Sierra Ray. That's Tracy from rainy Atlanta. Mr. Petey is here from New Jersey. I am new here. Well, welcome, Mr. Petey. Welcome, welcome. We are all about how to learn how new strategies, tips, keeping up with the Amazon influencer program, how to make more money as an Amazon creator. So if that's you, you are in the right place. Yes, Clay is here. So pumped for this year. Love it. New to Amazon influencer. Well, welcome, Mr. P. You are definitely in the right place, especially if you are new. Yes. Tracy said, "Oh my God, is this new rollout mainly for offsite? My sad amount of followers won't work for me." Well, we're going to talk about some of the new changes that are going on with Amazon that I mentioned in my email this morning. If you guys are not yet on my email list, make sure that you at least sign up for the free masterclass. Let me just find that link here. This will not only give you my free masterclass all about my 5-step system to 10K months, but then you'll get on my email list and you will get you'll get alerts when we go live. It's every Thursday at noon, unless something is happening, and then every so often we have to skip. Actually, next week we will not be doing a live stream because I will be at a live mastermind event, which I'm very excited about. But the event is during what would be the live stream. So no live stream next week, but then the following week, we have a very special guest that's going to be talking to us about brand deals. So I'm very excited for that. All right, so make sure everyone has the masterclass if you haven't watched it yet, or signs up for the email list. Let's see, we've got Berkeley, the Standard Poodle is here. Hi from Pennsylvania. We've got Mark Haley from the UK. Try It with Bry is here. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. I have to share my excitement. This is officially my highest month in the AIP and higher than December earnings. Oh, that's so fantastic. Congratulations. Oh, thank you for sharing that. And everyone make sure to give Try with Bry a big clap there, because this is what it's all about, right? We come here to learn, to share, and then the goal is that we're making more money this month than we made last month. Absolutely. Samantha is here. Nola is here. Hi, Nola. Oh, I get to see you in real life this weekend. Christina, yes, welcome. Let's see, Oya Creative, Kim Miller is here. Wonderful, everyone. Okay, so we need to talk about some of the new things going on with the Amazon Influencer Program. There's been some changes, and so I'm going to talk to you guys about that. Of course, like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Real quick before we get started, I do just want to make sure everybody knows, by request, we are doing another mastermind session. It's going to be a 6-week session. We're technically starting next week because we're going to be doing community support for a little bit longer. But if you guys are interested, we did a free masterclass last week. If you are interested in joining a hands-on interactive group in order to accelerate the income that you're earning, to dive deeper into some of the income earning strategies, but also to make your own roadmap, right? Especially over the next 90 days, as far as what should you really be focusing on to earn more? What should you not be focusing on, right? And then, we'll be meeting every week. We've got really fun topics, money making topics, of course, because we don't do fluff here. We just give you guys all the good stuff. So check that out if you're interested. We are closing it up on Monday, which is officially when we get started. And here's the replay for the masterclass about the different ways to earn more money with your content. So if you're interested, check out the free masterclass. There's a lot of information in there. And I think it'll really help you decide if joining the mastermind is for you. So I know we've got a couple people on here that have already joined the mastermind. So would love to have anybody else who wants to really get that more intensive and go deeper. Plus, we have a new platform for our community, which I'm very, very, very excited about. We get to actually connect with each other and create our own profiles and all that other good stuff. Mr. Petey said, what's the difference between the mastermind and the other program? We're going deeper in a shorter amount of time for the mastermind. We have particular focuses that we're going to be talking about. I'm just going to share those with you guys really quickly here. I think I can share my screen. Yes, we will be just really quick. And then I want to get into all the really fun stuff that's been going on this week. So hang on, let me just show. There we go. The biggest difference is that, yeah, like I said, we're going to be meeting weekly. This is the cost. It is $497, or you could do 3 payments of $197. But basically what we're going to be doing is going through 6 weeks of here's what you'll learn every week. We're going to be going deeper, right? And we're going to be learning. We're deep diving every single week. Sorry. And we're going to be talking, we're going to be networking. And like I said, a big portion of this is the community as well. So we'll be helping each other, but really diving into strategies that are working now in 2026, including, right, what's your path? We're going to be talking about that. Like, what is TikTok part of your path, or is Pinterest part of your path, right? Or is YouTube part of your path, right? So we'll be creating your 90-day plan together for week 1. Week 2, we're going to be talking about content that converts both onsite and offsite, right? So like the content, but then how do we tailor it for the different platforms as well, onsite and offsite? Creator connections, we're going to be talking about for week 3. Plus brand opportunities, like how to really take advantage of that, but also like with week 2, like how to stay compliant. Same with week 4 is really all about offsite. I get so many questions about like, how do I post offsite? Where do I put my links? How do I make sure I'm compliant? All that good stuff. So we'll be diving into offsite, but again, it's going to be more specialized to you and your strategy, because you'll be getting more attention from myself and the team. Week 5, we're going to be storefront and optimization and scaling, like really diving deep into the storefront. And then week 6 is all about data and like looking back to see what's working and how do we double down on that and get it to work for us for the rest of the year. So yes, if anyone is interested, feel free to check out the page here. There is a nice payment plan. So, I was trying to keep the cost reasonable. The last time we did a mastermind, it was a lot longer and it was a lot more expensive. So this one is much more reasonable in the hopes that you will get a lot more out of it over a shorter amount of time as well. So check that out for whoever's interested. We are closing that on Monday when we officially get started. All right. So, and I'm happy to share anything from the masterclass. If we have time at the end, we can do that. But first and foremost, I want to talk about the new changes, right? I think one of the things that has been kind of buzzing around lately is the new update to Creator Connections. I'm going to show you guys. So if you haven't seen this, right, Amazon just rolled out a new opportunity for us through Creator Connections. And this is called Sponsored Products for Creators. I wish I could move that down away from my face. But basically what it is, right, I'm just going to read this and then I'm going to take it off the screen so it's not blocking me. Instead of earning for sales, now you can earn per click, right? see each campaign's estimated earnings per click and accept, right? So you can earn for people just clicking now and not necessarily purchasing. So what does that mean? And is it good and is it bad? I'm curious what everybody thinks about it. Feel free to throw your opinion in the chat. But here's something. I think Amazon is testing this as a new way for creators to earn, but also for brands to spend more money on advertising, right? It's a new advertising opportunity for brands, just like it's a new income generating opportunity for creators, right? Um, it's I'm interested to see how it works. I think this is part of a bigger rollout where we're going to be able to set our rate cards and we're going to be able to license our content directly to the brands. I went to a webinar about that quite a few months back from Amazon, right? And I haven't been given access to that. I'm curious if anyone else has been given access to that. But it's really interesting to me and just solidifies that this program is only growing, and Amazon is looking for new opportunities to help us not only earn more as an Amazon creator, but also to connect with the brands. And I think that, that's it's a smart move on Amazon's part, right? Because they're trying to get away from just paying us up front, right? They're cutting commission rates, they're limiting our clicks and our views and things like that, or that's what's being speculated, of course. But I think it's a good opportunity. I'm curious to see how it plays out. There's a very limited amount of campaigns in there right now, and I'm looking forward to when the tools are integrated with it as well, so that we can try to ask for samples and really connect with the brands through the messaging platform there. But I did read through the terms, and it looks like it's the same as far as like submitting content and accepting campaigns as the regular Creator Connections campaigns go, right? I don't see in there that you get penalized for accepting more campaigns. In fact, there's a button that says accept all campaigns. And so, I think Amazon is encouraging us to do this. And so everybody needs to at least check this out. And if you have access to Creator Connections, which most of you should, it's just a little tab right there, and you switch over to it, and it'll give you all the campaigns that are on the list to earn per click instead of per sale. Now, it did also say, especially in that screenshot there, so what if you're opted in to campaigns that offer both, right? And it says if you join campaigns with the same product for affiliate and sponsored products, only affiliate commissions apply, right? So if you join the campaign for the sale, right, and you get a sale, you're only going to earn on the sale. You're not going to earn on the click. So that could potentially be the downside of accepting all. Well, I guess that's not really a downside of accepting all the campaigns, because if you don't make a sale, at least you would get credit for the click, right? So I encourage everyone to go check that out in Creator Connections, which you can access Creator Connections. Let's see here. How does one qualify for Creator Connections? I was just approved for onsite this week. Oh, awesome, Mr. PD. So once you make your first $1, you should have that access opened up to you in Creator Connections. You'll be able to access it on your offsite earnings reporting dashboard under the promotions tab. And if you find that you earn $1 on site and it's not there, I would just open a support ticket, like contact Amazon support and ask them for access. But I'm guessing that it's you get access to everything, right? You should get access to the new sponsored products for creators campaigns as well. So does the stream keep freezing for anybody else? Yeah, I don't know if you guys are having issues. Let me know. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, Tracy said I was afraid to click the accept all. I thought it was a trick. I didn't click it either, Tracy. I'm with you. I had to read all the documentation before I even clicked into one to accept, and I did not click accept all. I'm trying to figure out if there's any downside to doing that. Probably not, if we're not getting penalized for not submitting content. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the button's there because they want us to do it. Like it's a brand new program. So they want us to opt in. So hopefully, we'll start seeing earnings with some of those products. I don't think I have any of the products. Also, yeah, like I said, from what I can see, I don't really have many of the products. But I really want I really want the tools. I'm ready for Oink and Fluencer Fruit to integrate with those so that I can go check my ASINs against the earnings per click campaigns, which again, I guess you could just click accept all. And then you don't have to worry about that. So, do you need to click or do you need to add a link once you accept the campaign? Yes. No, not necessarily. Like I said, from what I read, and someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but I read the new terms for this new program, and it's very similar as far as like accepting campaigns and submitting content as the regular creator connections. You do not need to add a link once you accept the campaign. You should if you have a content link. I think it just really grows the relationship with the brand. Then they can go see your content, especially if you're like proud of your content and you want the brand to know who you are. Always submit that content link. But I don't think you have to, right? I don't think you have to. Yes, Christine said I was worried that I would have to include a link for those sponsored ones. I don't think you do. For like I said, from what I read, I haven't seen that there's any sort of you're being penalized, especially with an accept all button, right? I feel like they want us to accept all so that we can potentially earn. Good. Pioneer Smokehouse has said I clicked 3 and submitted. Yeah, has anybody accepted any campaigns yet? I know I have. Let's see here. Tracy said I'm confused as to how this applies to onsite. So you do see clicks, right? So when you look at your Creator Connections reporting dashboard, you will see clicks on there. That's how you would get credit. It would be a click that is specifically for that product, right? That is contained in those campaigns. So if you are getting that, oh, and it's only available to gold and platinum creators. I did not know that. Thank you. Yeah, it's only available to gold and platinum creators. Okay, so all the more reason to try to level up there, right? I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so I guess you won't have it right away, but once you get to gold or platinum, then you will. Yeah, so as far as it works on site, if people are clicking, right? Because like I said, you can see those clicks in your Creator Connections reporting dashboard. So you would just earn per click for that campaign instead of per sale. Yes, so it gives us a good opportunity to earn just in another way. It's similar to not necessarily YouTube because they still have to watch, right? But I like the model because you don't have to make a sale. You're getting rewarded for bringing in the click, right? And so there are ways that you can do that with your content as far as your thumbnail and your title, because that's the only thing people can see before they click on your content. So those two pieces of your content are going to become that much more valuable when you are uploading content for a campaign that will offer you earnings per click, right? So that's definitely something to think about. Spend a little bit more time and do a little bit more research on the thumbnail and the title if you're going to be participating in some of those campaigns. Let's see here. Any updates on Amazon Live and getting followers on Amazon Influencer? Yeah, so you can ask people to follow you on Amazon on Live, but I wouldn't do it on your shoppable videos. So like if you guys watch Amazon Lives, especially like if you're looking for good examples, look on the Amazon Live page, amazon.com/live, right? You'll see tons of different live streams. You'll see who you're following. You'll see some people that are following you. I would look to some of the bigger creators to see like how they position that, but you can ask for people to follow you during a live stream. I am just hesitant to do it during a shoppable video because I haven't seen many people doing it. I've got to reread some of those terms by Amazon. But they emailed most of us, right, in the last couple months saying that we should encourage people to follow our storefront because Amazon's going to send them emails now when we create new content. And I haven't gotten any emails. I don't know if you guys have gotten any emails, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine for live streams, but I wouldn't necessarily do it for shoppable videos. Yeah. Levi said, I accepted it all. Yes, yes. Try it with Bri said, I accepted all and used Oink to add the links. I haven't seen anything in the reporting so far. Yes, yeah, I'm very curious. I don't have any paid clicks either, but I'm very curious to see it in the reporting as well. So you know, that's a good segue, I think, into the reporting, the reporting things that are happening. Did everyone get that email from Amazon about the reporting being different, right? So I have it opened. I didn't see the confidential notice on this email, but I'm still hesitant to share. I'll just read it to you guys, but everyone should check their emails from Amazon influencer. This just came yesterday. Or no, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, this was just yesterday. Amazon Associates reporting changes. Check your inbox for that. Basically, they are saying that effective March 9th, which is only just a couple weeks away, they will discontinue the following Associate Central reports: orders, earnings, bonus earnings, daily trends, and link type performance. And in place, they will launch 2 new reports: category and linked product reports. So, it's kind of typical that Amazon would also, give us not a lot of not a lot of notice. I mean, I guess they're giving us notice, right? Unlike some of the other things that they do, but they're taking away reporting that we already have very, very limited reporting. And so, if you guys have that email, like I said, I wish I could share this. I can't share this one because it very clearly says Amazon Confidential, but it's the new Amazon Creators Reporting Guide. So, if you look through your email, basically, if you've accessed the uh, earnings report, if you access the earnings report, you should have this email from yesterday. If you didn't get it, maybe you'll get it today. Click through, okay? Click through where it says we have documentation with details on the upcoming changes. It is very, very clear on how they laid it out there. Check that out because this is actually one of the best reporting explanation documents that I've ever seen from Amazon. So make sure you guys check your email. Make sure you check that out. It's called the new Amazon Creators Reporting Guide. I'm sure it's linked somewhere in Creator University. I just haven't navigated around because Amazon linked to it in an email for me. So check that out because we're just going to have to get used to seeing things a little bit differently. But I think most of the main metrics will still be there. I'm curious to see what the difference is. I just skimmed the report and I couldn't exactly see what exactly the differences were, but yeah, check that out. And I know I'll be going through that in a bit more detail over the weekend here. Mr. Petey said, since I'm new, what's the best next step when it comes to creating videos? Should I go review everything in my house, or is there a recommended strategy to follow? Yes, definitely, Mr. Petey. I'm going to put up my masterclass here because that will help you with kind of the next steps. But I would say short form in a nutshell. Yeah, this will get you guys on my email list, but it'll also give you my free masterclass on my 5-step system on how I earn at least 10K every month as an Amazon creator. But I would say, the best thing to do right now, what I would do, you got to do product research in the long run. But if you're like, I just got a proofer on site, like what's my next move? Go download your order history from Amazon, okay? And then sort by price and just start with the highest price items. If you don't want to do a bunch of research, if you're like, I just want to create content, I want to get better at creating this content, download your order history and sort by price. And this isn't necessarily giving you sales data, which is, of course, very important when you're creating. content for Amazon, but if you start with your highest price items, you will at least have more of an opportunity to get in front of the Amazon customer because there's just a higher purchase consideration rate for those more expensive items. People are more likely to watch a video on a $100 item than a $10 item. So that's why I say download your order history, sort by price, and start with the highest price items and work your way down, and kind of go from there. And then you'll be able to learn the process, get a good flow as far as how you create your content. And then you will very quickly start seeing some analytics on what is working. And then you can dive into some of the software programs and some of the product research. Like I pretty much do product research for every single product that I create content for on Amazon now, because I'd rather be strategic and create less videos than just create a video for anything and everything when I don't necessarily have 8 hours a day to create videos. So I would say start there, and then definitely watch the free masterclass, so that'll give you some good next steps. All right, let's see here. Reviews by Creative DIY said, the email about reporting we got yesterday seems eerily similar to what they sent to Australia late last year, but the problem is that Australia reports don't show you what you sold. Yes, my understanding of the new reports is that it'll be the same as Australia. Yeah, okay, so if you can't see, Mark Haley said, not sure if I'm doing something wrong, but in Australia, I cannot see what products have made commission like we can now. You can see totals that can be grouped by dates, tracking ID, etc. That's terrible. I don't get a lot of sales in Australia, but now I'm very curious because I have earned there. So, I mean, that would be terrible if they don't tell us what products are being sold. That seems like it could be an issue, though. How on earth could we possibly double down on content that's working? But now they are saying that we're going to get these new reports, which will be, what is it? And I'm logging into my Australia. I don't have a lot of stuff to look at, but the other thing too is if you go over to, yeah, so it's just giving us linked product. Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge bummer that if we can't see what actually sells, it's going to be really hard to do certain things. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. I don't think you're doing anything wrong. The one thing I would say is if you toggle, like if you click on summary versus commissions, right? It shows you different information. But if you're on the summary and yeah, let me see if I can go back maybe and do last year. I think I had some sales. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And no, you can't see. You can only see linked product, tracking number, category, and date. So that's going to make it even harder. Yeah. Amazon's going to lose people for sure. Amazon's going to lose people. I mean, we'll see. It says March 9th is when that goes into effect. But yeah, that's very not exciting. Tracy said, you are my hero, earning 10,000 a month. That is my goal. Hey, you can do it. You absolutely can do it. You definitely can do it. You just need the right roadmap, the right products, the right levers to pull, right? And so if you are I want to get to 10,000 a month and I am not there and I don't know what to do to get there, I think the Income Accelerator Mastermind is really perfect. I mean, we did this, like I said, last year, and we got some amazing feedback from people. People's earnings grew. They knew exactly how to do things like go live on Amazon, create a media kit, reach out to brands and all that good stuff. So check that out if you guys are looking for some additional hands-on support to really get, this is more of a personalized group, whereas with Influence and Earn, you get all the core modules, you get all the bonuses, and we do meet every month, right? But this is just much more intense for sure. Intense in a good way, right? Because we'll hold you accountable too. Mark said there's an option for linked product, but my list is blank despite AU earnings. It does say some info may be missed due to low volumes. I see. Yeah. And I don't have a ton of earnings in Australia either. Like if it was Canada or something, I could check it out. But yeah, I don't have a ton in Australia. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that yeah, and Rob from Oink seems to think this is the case too. He's holding a live at 5. Oh, good. To give his thoughts and things that will change Halo sales. 100% it will change Halo sales, because if you don't know what other sales, I mean, part of the best thing about earning offsite with Amazon is that you get the whole basket, right? You get the whole cart of people that are purchasing things. And so that is such a great opportunity to be able to learn, like, what are my Amazon customers buying, right? If I created a link for this product, but they're buying these other 5 products, like, what does that tell me? Should I be creating content for these 5 products? Should I be creating an idea list and talking about all these products? Like, obviously not just if one person does it, but if multiple people are buying other products that you're not necessarily promoting, but are like related, or getting served to them by Amazon because it's in their interest group or whatever. It's going to be really hard to like run with that information if they're not going to give us that information. And I'm curious if that means that we're not going to be able to see the products that converted on site as well, because that is different in as far as the reporting goes and what we can see off site and on site. So it wasn't super clear. I have to go through this document again and see exactly what the changes are going to be between the two, between on-site and off-site. But the reporting is different as it is. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, since it's not going to show. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to show you the products. Yes, no, the mastermind is virtual. It starts, technically we start on Monday, and then our first meeting is the following week. So it's it's March 2nd to April 24th. Yeah. And if anyone's interested, you guys are, of course, welcome to email me, or if you want more information as far as like the structure, what does it look like, what are the times. I have 6 weeks in here. It's 6 sessions, but it's actually 8 weeks long because we get started the week before. But the reason why we're delaying is because I'm actually going to be at my mastermind event, the mastermind I am in, not the mastermind I'm running. So like I practice what I preach. Like I'm almost always in a mastermind. If I'm not in a mastermind, it's because I'm waiting for the next one to start. But yeah, my new mastermind just started yesterday, and I'm very excited. And then we do one in-person meeting, and that's going to be next week. So yes, I love masterminds because they really they accelerate your progress. First off, they hold you accountable. So like you're telling people about your business, you're telling people about things you need help with, what works for you, what's not working for you. And then they're there to help you and hold you accountable, right? So mastermind is about learning, but it's also about connecting and growing, and all that good stuff. So check out the mastermind if you guys are interested. Would love to have you. And oh my gosh, we'll be talking about all this stuff because it will will be, yeah, this is supposed to go into effect. The new reporting changes are supposed to go into effect March 9th. So we got a couple weeks here to really figure out like how to pivot and what to do. And I know people that have software like Rob and Liz are going to be, I'm sure they're very busy trying to figure out exactly what to do. But yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Amazon is always been very limited in their reporting, and I know they have reasons for things that they do, but with them taking away the ability for us to see what products are being ordered, it's going to make it really hard to double down on the things that are working, right? So, yes. Oh, yay, Doug is here. Hey, everyone, a little late, but here. Welcome, Doug. That's Doug, Review Business Academy. Doug was on last week. We had a great discussion all about YouTube. So make sure when you guys are done watching this to go back to last week's live stream, where Doug and I talked all about YouTube. And he's got a program that he's launching soon too to help people with their content to convert on Amazon and YouTube. So that's going to be a very valuable resource. Let's see. Blooming Up Brown says under sponsored products for creators, it says unavoidable disclosures required on each piece of content posted for this campaign. How does this work with our videos recorded for Amazon? Great question. So whether it's the sponsored product content for creators, right, or it's the traditional Creator Connections campaigns, either way, this unavoidable disclosure is required on each page of content posted for this campaign, right? So that means the easy part is the onsite, right? Because when you upload a video to your Amazon storefront, it goes to your storefront, and then right there, when people look on your storefront, it says earns commission. That is your disclosure. That is your unavoidable disclosure right there. When you are posting off-site, you always have to disclose. If you are linking to social media, if you are linking to YouTube, you have to have, as an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases everywhere on everything that every channel that you're posting. That should be like the default description in your YouTube for your YouTube channel for each video's description, right? You may want to have that in your bio for certain social media channels, depending on how often you are posting Amazon links. And the other thing too is that when you're posting those Amazon links off Amazon, that channel needs to be public so that Amazon can see it. And then you also need to go and link to that URL in your backend, like in your settings of your associates dashboard, so that Amazon knows, so they can always access that URL, and so that they know that's where you're going to be posting links. If you post to a YouTube channel that you haven't put in the backend, the back office of your Amazon associates like settings, so you go to your reporting and then it's through the settings. They can shut down your account. I mean, they can shut down your associate's account. And I know some people's influencer accounts have gotten shut down for that too, because they posted on Instagram, but they didn't let Amazon know that Instagram channel, that they were going to be posting on it. And so that's really, really important to make sure you do that. But that's what they mean there. So it's a lot easier for the onsite versus the offsite, right? So you're covered on site, but the other thing too is if you get a sample for free, you also have to disclose that. It's not just I earn for qualifying purchases, it's I receive this item for free from the brand, right? In exchange for my honest feedback, or I've partnered with this brand to try it out and let you know my thoughts, things like that. You can say it however creatively you want to, but that's what they mean by that unavoidable disclosure. Yeah, for sure. You always want to have that because you never want to get shut down with Amazon. Okay, so those are two pretty huge, pretty huge updates from Amazon. And I have a feeling they're probably going to be more rolling out. Prime Day is a ways away, but it's not that far away. And we always tend to see new stuff rolling out or new testing being done in the months leading up to Prime Day. Prime Day is always in July. It's always right around the second or third week of July. And what it is Amazon's birthday, right? So they've created Prime Day, which then everybody discounts all their stuff for 24 hours, 48 hours. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 10 days. Like Amazon just kind of keeps extending it. It's not really Prime Day anymore. It's more like Prime Week, because I know on the seller side, we have to let them know, do we want the whole week? Do we want like the 2 days, whatever? But that's a huge earning opportunity. They're always testing stuff leading up to that. And so just be aware that there are changes going on all the time, right? One of the changes that I noticed this week, which is really interesting to me, and I like it, but I'm still trying to figure it out. So that's what we're here. That's what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to throw up a screenshot, and I did email about this on Monday, right? Because I thought it was just so interesting. So if you go on the mobile shopping app, and I don't know why, but I cannot move these images to be out of my face. So, oh, here, look, we'll just go like this. Yeah. There we go. All right. So this is really, really interesting to me because it's a new way, that Amazon is showing our videos. Okay. So if you are on mobile and you're on the app, right? I haven't seen it anywhere else. And if you guys have seen this somewhere else, please obviously let me know so I can share it. But if you go to your Amazon shopping app on your phone or on your tablet or whatever, and you scroll, this is what the video page looks like now, right? You're scrolling, you see the images, images, images. And then when you get to the video, it used to be one video with a play button in the middle, right? Now Amazon is testing this, right? So that's the brand video. There we go. Here, doop, doop, right there. The brand video is the long one. And then influencer videos are the other 4, right? You see them vertical. And that also says all videos 10, right? So we're looking at the same amount of videos. Amazon's not putting extra videos on there, but they're laying it out differently. And so I've been clicking through and like kind of trying to figure out where are they pulling this thumbnail? Is it actually the thumbnail? Because if you look here, it says nothing, right? So I have no indication as a customer which video I should be clicking on. I know because I've clicked through, right, that big video is the brand video. That's the very first video that's listed on the product listing page. But those other videos are either brand videos or influencer videos. And so, it's interesting to me because they're all vertical, right? We see that they're all vertical here, but when you click through, they're not all vertical videos. And I took this other screenshot because I thought it was just really interesting to see, because I'm like, okay, does this prove that like we should be moving to vertical videos now? I did get this screenshot here, which is horizontal, but it didn't load all the way. So I'm trying to figure out if this is potentially how it's going to show. Maybe if the brand video is is horizontal. But I just don't know. And so I thought this was really interesting because it's going to change the strategy of the thumbnail that shows up. And we need to figure out, is this the thumbnail? Is it always going to be vertical? And this is going to change the strategy in a lot of places. If that's the view, not necessarily this one that didn't load all the way, but if this is the view for the video page and Amazon wants vertical videos and they're not pulling thumbnails, this is going to be really hard to try to get a click. But if we can get our thumbnail onto this page and make it amazing, now we have a leg up over the other people that aren't doing that, right? Because if I see a thumbnail on this view that speaks to me, I'm going to click on that, because right now this all just looks like, I don't know, nothing. This doesn't give me there's no incentive for me to click on any of these in particular here. So I'm curious your thoughts, and if you guys have seen this, new change. Again, I don't think it's like going to impact us today, but I think if it stays, strategy is going to change around thumbnails, around vertical versus horizontal, and the like. So those are some 3 pretty big changes, I would say, that are going on with Amazon this week. And who knows what's going to happen next week and the week after, right? The reporting change isn't happening until March 9th. So we just need to keep an eye out and, oh my gosh, go download those reports. I got into it with somebody one time because they were like, you can access the reports whenever you want, anytime, all the time. And I'm like, well, you can't, because Amazon puts a cutoff time on it. So like, you can't go access reports from 4 years ago. You can't access certain reports from 8 months ago, right? So I always download my monthly reports because you can't always access that data through Amazon's reporting. Like, you can't go say, I want to pull the data from, November 1st to November 15th of last year. There's literally no way for you to do that in the Amazon reporting, which is why you have to do that during November, right? So this is your notice to go pull as much of that data as you possibly can before Amazon takes it away. And that includes doing your like year-to-date stats, do your whole last year stats. Like I always go in and pull them yearly, but like make sure that you guys are doing that so that you can at least know what has been working well for you now as far as product goes. So if they take that all away from us, we at least have historical data to be able to go back and reference, right? So yes, Kat said, I went to one of Amazon's trainings maybe a year ago and they recommended vertical. Yeah, they've been recommending vertical for a while. Especially when they're like, we want less than 30-second videos and they've got to be vertical, right? They have been pushing the vertical. But that's for other things. Like a year ago, it was maybe for Inspire, right? Because Amazon had Inspire, which was their attempt at a scrolling, influencer reel of these product videos. It didn't work. They shut down Inspire. And so yeah, they've been pushing vertical, but they've never come out and said like vertical is better than horizontal. I think they just wanted to test that out. And vertical is fine. Obviously, vertical works great on your phone, on mobile, right? But you can still see horizontal. And it doesn't really bother me the difference, right? But yeah, exactly like Doug said, right? They made multiple pushes for the vertical content. Makes sense with the phone usage for sure. And if they're going to display the videos like this, I need to do a little bit more research and clicking around to see if I click on every single one of those videos. They're not all vertical. They're definitely not all vertical. But that's how they're showing up in that screen. But also, I'm not going to just change my strategy and start recording vertical videos because I noticed this new thing, on Monday, right? I'm going to test it, right? I'm going to keep an eye on it and I'm going to see what happens. But, we just need to keep an eye on and see if it stays, right? Because we've seen Amazon testing coming and going and all that good stuff. So, yes. Yes, the comment was really answering your info from Amazon. Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, lots of new, lots of new and exciting things. I mean, new, exciting. I don't know. It kind of. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Sorry, I just moved like a screen that I really did not want to. Oopsies. All right. I don't know how I can fix that. I was going to share with you guys some of the content from last week, but I don't think I can anymore because I just messed up my screen. Here we go. There it is. But anyway, so yeah, those are 3 new things. We just need to keep an eye on everything. And make sure you guys keep coming back here because we'll keep on talking about it, of course. And just a couple things, since we didn't really go over like the topic of how to earn more with your content, because when fun and exciting things like this happen, I want to make sure to address them, of course. And I think it's almost more valuable to be doing that because it's we got to know what's going on, and it's really important to make sure that we stay on the up and up, because if we don't observe these things, we don't pivot with the changes, right? If we don't try out the sponsored product content campaigns with as an influencer on Creator Connections, like how will we ever know if it's a strategy that works for us? And so I think it's really important to not only come up with your own customized, personalized strategy as far as like your roadmap. What are you going to do? What are you not going to do? What are you focusing on? Are you just opting into Creator Connections campaigns, or are you strategically reaching out to brands to get free samples? Are you offering them your media kit and your rate card so that you can get paid up front too, right? So let me just see here. I wanted to share some of the ways. Let me just share some of these ways really quickly because I think it's worth it. And we've got about 10 minutes here. So let me just go ahead. Let me see if I can get the right. Let's see here. What if we do it like that? Maybe half screen? No. How about that? Here we go. Okay, so I just want to go over a couple of these simple ways Amazon influencers are earning more right now because we didn't have a ton of time here, so we're going to do this really, really quickly. Strategic content, right? We focused a little bit about this, but content is king, right? Like, yes, it's all about product selection. Yes, you need to make sure that you're creating content for products that already do well on Amazon, but it's all about like how you execute on your content and then of course the products that you pick, right? So you should have things like daily essentials. You should also have seasonal items. Product research will absolutely make you money if you do it the right way. And we've got lots of content for free on the channel here, as well as in our paid programs to help you with that. Way number two, we've talked about creator connections while we were on here, but you can earn more money. You literally earn more money for your content than if you're just utilizing Amazon influencer or offsite, right? Because creator connections will give you additional uh, that additional commission. You can earn another 10%, 20%, right? But then you can also connect with the brands. You can also pitch them. You can also ask for free samples. You can also create partnerships where they're paying you upfront, right? Creator connections is a huge part of my strategy. Same with brand deals, and it really should be a big part of yours as well. Way number three is all about offsite. I get so many questions about like, how do I do this right? So many people have got these emails from Amazon that were like, you didn't do it right. And now you're going to get a wrist slap, or now we're going to shut down your account. This part is so, so important. Repurpose the right way though, right? So you could turn one piece of content into 6 different pieces of content. You could turn it into 8 or 10 different pieces of content. I like YouTube as my primary offsite. But TikTok is another good one. Pinterest is another great one. And there are just more and more opportunities coming, right, as well. Compliance is, of course, very important. You've got to follow the rules. You don't want to get in trouble with Amazon or the FTC. So just make sure that if you are doing offsite, that you're just being smart about it, or that you have a group that you can consult if you have a question. Way number 4 is storefront, right? And storefront gives us a lot of opportunities. There are some limitations, but we also have a lot of opportunities as far as like it's your storefront. It's where your content lives, but you can also be very strategic about it. You can create idea lists, curations, right? And then you can link to those offsite. You can create photos. You can go live. Has anyone here ever done an Amazon live stream? I've done a few. I have a love-hate relationship. I like doing it. I like doing live streams. Obviously, it's a little more work to get set up, but then some of the ways that they offer for us to repurpose that content now is really, really cool. And then of course you can promote your storefront off Amazon, right? This is your Amazon store. This is what you should be linking to in things like your email signature, in your bio, right? On your social channels. So there's actually a lot you can do with your storefront if you do it the right way. It's also a great place to send brands who are like, should I pay this creator $500 for this video? Let me go check out their storefront so I can get a little bit more of a feel about how they operate and what their content looks like. So if you have that all buttoned up, it could just make you more money in other ways just not just, earning per sale, right? Way number 5 is all about data-driven decisions, right? Looking at those Amazon reports, which they'll be taking away from us, but also utilizing other tools, right? I love Oink. I love Fluencer Fruit. There's lots of other tools out there. Those are my 2 favorites, but looking at things like, right, views, view duration, view through percentage. And one thing I want to say about that too is like, we were in a place where Amazon took away the Creator Hub dashboard for a while. And they were like, we're not bringing it back. Everything needs to change. You can only use the managed content page. And then literally like within 2 months, they brought it back. And it's been back for, I don't know, I think it's been over a year now. So we'll see what happens with the reporting. Don't get too down on it because Amazon changes things and then they go back, right? That's a big theme in our country now. But, but like, so we're not going to freak out about it until there's something to freak out about, right? You can still look at this data. Like I said, go download your reports like right now. Go download those reports because then you will be able to save that data, right? And so, yeah, it's really obviously very valuable data to save, especially if they're taking it away from us. All right. Yes. And of course, do the research. Do the research. It will just save you time. Yes, it takes time to do the research, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more strategic your content can be. Way number 6 is all about systems. Systems are greater than the hustle. Always, always, always. Instead of going from a one-man band where we go to a streamlined business owner, like that's the goal, right? So instead of like looking at this as like a side hustle, you got to look at it like a business owner because that's the only way that you're going to earn business owner money, right? You got to do things like content batching. Hopefully, most, if not all of you guys do this, especially my more seasoned creators, right? Film in batches. I put it in my calendar, right? AI optimization. Use AI not to create your videos, but to make them better, right? Titles, video descriptions, points about what to discuss, talk about in your videos, things like that. You can also learn to delegate. There are certain things that you do not have to be doing. You can use a virtual assistant or VA, right? I've had a VA for almost like a decade now, and he just does so much stuff for me. It's all the stuff I don't want to do, but it's all the stuff I don't have to do. I don't have to edit every single video. I don't have to upload it to my YouTube channel. I don't have to run it through ChatGPT to get the best, title and tags. I don't have to do that. So I pay him to do that, right? So there are ways that you can delegate some of those low value tasks in order to free yourself up to create more content, to do more analytics, and to do the things that only you can do, right? And I did include a seventh way, find a community of like-minded creators. You guys are all here because that's important to you, right? So I know masterminds are valuable because like I said earlier, I am almost always in a mastermind. And it's because I get to meet new people, I get to network, I get to learn from other people, either in the Amazon creator business or in the online business space or in the entrepreneurship space. So, like, my masterminds are not always specifically Amazon, but they help you solve issues, right? Because you don't have to make the mistakes. You can ask the questions and you can learn from other people's mistakes, right? It gives you accountability and support. So, being around other people that are doing what you're doing, it's a little lonely working at home every day all the time. I know we have our meetings, online and everything, but it's really nice to be able to connect with people who are doing what you're doing and who support you and maybe a step ahead of you to help you, or maybe a step behind you that you can help support as well. So you also get insider strategies, right? Because like I've gone through things that you haven't gone through. You've gone through things that maybe I haven't gone through. And so that's another huge part of the mastermind is to share, right? Strategies, insights, what's working, what's not working. Like I always talk about like rugs, like don't spend a bunch of time making videos for rugs because they don't convert. People don't watch videos on rugs. They just don't. Ask me how I know. I've created probably 100 videos for different rugs and they don't convert very well. Right. So so that's my the 7 steps, kind of a six, seven. That's the recap. And then, when I did this masterclass last week, that led into the pitch of the mastermind, right? So if you guys are interested in the mastermind, I know we're wrapping up here right now, but if you guys are interested in joining the 6-week mastermind, we are open until Monday. So you have to join before Monday if you want to be in. You're all welcome to join. If you are in my Q4 mastermind, I've sent a message. I don't know if people got it, but you guys will be getting access to this one as well. I don't know if Deb is still on here or I know there are a couple people that were on here, but anyone who was in good rug tip, Kathleen. Yeah. I know we joke about this, right? Because we talked about this in the mastermind. We talked about this on some of the live streams, but if you guys are interested, check out the Income Accelerator Mastermind. We get started next week. It's all about getting unstuck, right? Stop the overaction. Don't be isolated anymore. Stick with the momentum. I know that it's hard to stay motivated some days. I have trouble staying motivated some days. But I tell you what, we had our first mastermind meeting, the mastermind that I joined. we had our first meeting yesterday, and it just re-inspired me. I was more productive yesterday than I was in probably the last week, just because like getting off that call, like meeting the new people, talking about what we're going to be doing over the next 90 days, like it just gave me the motivation to do more work, right? And so yesterday was a very productive day. So you get focus, you get guidance. And so I'd love to invite you guys all to the Income Accelerator Mastermind. It's 6 weeks of live coaching, 8 weeks of private support through our very new community, which I'm super excited about. We got a resource vault. I will be looking at your storefront. I will be doing video reviews. So it's really much more customized than what you're getting in Influence and Earn. That's really more of a self-paced. The mastermind is like, we're in it together for 8 weeks, really. We have 6 weeks of training, but 8 weeks of support so that you can have that. You can so platform strategies, social, right? Time that don't hurt. You can learn how to earn more on site and right. So a lot of good stuff. Here's a sneak peek into our community portal, which is totally different than Influence and Earn. I'm very excited about it. Big focus on members, and then we meet weekly for the 6 weeks. Lots of bonuses. We have the template vault, right, where you get content planning, brand outreach, research worksheets, storefront optimization checklists, so much stuff. High converting Amazon video scripts and hooks, guys. So like when you sit down to record content, right, you're not like, but what should I be well, what should I be talking about? The meetings are on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central. So if that time works for you, awesome. If that time doesn't work for you, they're all recorded. They're all replayed. Yeah. So here we start March 11th at 10 a.m. Central, and it is 10 a.m. Central on Wednesdays. But like I said, everything is recorded with the replays. And then we also, you will be able to submit questions before and after. So even if you can't like make it to one of the live calls, you already know what we're going to be talking about. You'll already have the presentation deck beforehand. So you can ask questions both before and after, because I know that's not the best time for everybody. I can't do nighttime. I can't do nighttime or weekends because my family life just will not allow it. We've tried it. It will not allow it. But yeah, you also get the social media prompts calendar, a momentum and accountability challenge. We'll be doing that within the mastermind. And so, yeah, and I guess if anybody registers today, I will honor this bonus since I'm showing it now. If you register in the next 24 hours, I will feature your storefront on an episode of Creator Insights Live, which is what you are watching right now. So if you guys are interested and you decide that you want to join, I will honor this bonus, even though it has ended. But you have to join in the next 24 hours because it's a very limited space that we have, because I'm only featuring one creator every week. So yeah, it's either $497 or you can do 3 payments of $197. You can go to KathleenKoval.com/mm, or you can click on or scan the QR code. So I kind of already went over what we're going to be doing, but if you guys scan that, you will get all the information, lots and lots of value for what you're getting. So I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to. I know lots of other people are jumping off, but we have some great feedback from people that have been through both programs, money earned, epiphanies made, right? So lots of great people. Some of you guys are on here right now, and then there's lots of Q&As here as well. So check that out if you guys are interested. We start on Monday. Let me take this off. And you, of course, are welcome to email me if you guys have questions. So we're going to wrap this up. Wait, there was one more question. Christina said, if Amazon will send my payment, I may be able to join this time. Fingers crossed. They haven't sent your payment? Oh, no. I hope. Oh. Yeah, Christina, of course. I'd love to have you in there. There's the payment plan, too. But yeah, make sure they send you that payment. Make sure your like tax stuff is all up to date, because I know they're sending out payments like today, tomorrow, the next day. So make sure that's all settled. Like you have your tax stuff filled out and your bank information in there too. Yes, Tracy said I can't fly hobbling around at home, so I would like to do it. Yeah, definitely, Tracy. We'd love to have you. Check it out. Check it out. And if you guys found this live stream helpful, feel free to give me a thumbs up or share it with somebody else that could potentially benefit for it. Still over 40 people on the live stream, so I always feel bad ending it, but I am going to end it. I don't want to take up any more of your time. If you guys are interested, come and join the mastermind. We're going to have an amazing next 8 weeks diving into that. And then, yeah, if you guys are an influence and earn, I've got some fun stuff coming your way in the next couple of weeks as well. So check that out. We will not be live next week. So I won't see you guys for 2 weeks unless you join the mastermind. Then I'll see you next week. But have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys not March 5th, but we will be back March 12th with a very special guest. And we'll be talking all about brand deals and how we can best pitch brands and get brands to find us to earn upfront instead of just commission based or earnings per click based. So I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Until then, feel free to, make sure you join the free Facebook community. So Facebook shut down our community and now we've got a new one. So if you guys aren't already in the new Facebook community, come and join it. Totally free. You can ask for help, get your questions answered, post about things, new stuff that's going on. I try to post as much as I can about the new stuff that I see in there. So come and join the free Facebook group if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you guys all on the next live stream, which will be in 2 weeks. Yes.